I mean, it's just such a simple way to say things, but that future pacing concept is amazingly effective.
And people don't want to say no. Well, we're not going to list it with you tonight. They'll go and you keep saying that when we get the documents signed and when I start calling agents and when I knock doors in your neighborhood, it's all, they're not going to take it away. They're less likely to take it away from you at the end. So, but, okay, let's get going. So, I'm sorry that presentation took longer than I thought it would. But hopefully there's a benefit for you and it's something that you'll be able to use. So Mike isn't here today. As you all know, Mike has the flu, and as of yesterday, his whole family was throwing up and he was about to start throwing up. I don't know if he actually got to that point, but he didn't think he wanted to be here. So I quickly put this together yesterday afternoon after he called because I wanted to leave you with something that might be beneficial for your 2024. And so referrals are something that I've always worked very hard with in making contacts with people. In this room, Kim is probably one of the best referral people that I know of. The gal that I sold my office to in Bend was also excellent. When she would go to the exit convention, she went there for a purpose. She knew that the convention was going to cost her several $1,000s, and her intent was to get the several $1,000s back. And to utilize the training that was offered there, to take advantage of the things that were introduced there into her business, and then also to work the room, so to speak. And she was excellent. I mean, it was over the top excellent. I couldn't go anywhere with her because she'd be working the room all the time. It was like, gee whiz, you don't have any time for me.
I watched her at the
Yeah, it's,
Florida convention, Lord mercy, she was everywhere.
she's everywhere. Yeah, she is. But she does it in a loving way, so people don't feel pressured. She just is excellent. And I think, Kim, you do the same thing. And the connections that you make are, very honest, they're real, and you're there to help someone else who can help you. We're all in the same game together. And so referrals are something, Bob has talked to us about, passive income through sponsoring. It's a wonderful opportunity not everybody takes seriously enough. And this is another one. And so I guess, our job here is to introduce you to as many things that can help you in your business in each year and going into 2024. That's why I kind of thought this might benefit you. So here's some things that I'm sure you've seen on Facebook. And every time I see one, I just get pissed because I see that, Erica Chavez is looking for a rock star realtor in whatever, Ponca City, is that how you say it? Ponca City, Oklahoma, for a listing and referral. Why people use Facebook to do that, I don't know. I'm going to show you an alternative to doing this on Facebook. And I know that there's agents, I know Kim has answered these ads before, they're basically ads, they're Facebook posts. And as a matter of fact, when I've piggybacked on one where I've seen that somebody posted something like this, and then Kim has followed up by saying, hey, I'm available to help your people. I am Kim Dillard, right? And then I'll usually chime in that saying, use Kim Dillard because I know her and she's really good. So I'll piggyback on it, even though I despise these things. But if people are doing them, I follow along. Here's another one that somebody posted. West Tennessee family member needs a buyer's agent. I'm involved with the deal and will be helping with negotiations. We fired their agent because they wouldn't communicate me. I guess it felt the need for abbreviations. I am a broker in Florida with experience, so I need an experienced broker or broker associate who will work alongside me to help my family member and not someone who thinks I don't know anything because I am not whatever. I don't think we need to go on. These are the kind of things I see that just slay me. It bugs me. Here's another one. Got a few of them. Any good realtor friends in North Chicago area? Possible referral. Here's another one.
Go back to that. look at the comments.
Yeah.
238 comments.
Mhm. Yeah.
I mean, hello.
Yeah, and so how many of the 238 are people you'd really want to work with anyhow? Right? I mean, if you've got time to talk to 238 people, that's great, but I don't think that's a way to choose somebody for your client that you're going to refer. There's another one. Thanks for pointing that out, Bob. Any realtor recommendations in New Hudson, Michigan?
That one's maybe not whatever, because that's how they feed off of people, realtors, give me realtors, then all of a sudden you get freaking sales calls from that.
Uh-huh. They're trying to capture a number or
So
whatever.
the question is in the comment, because I wouldn't call,
Hmm.
what do you need?
Mm-hmm.
What do you need a realtor for?
Yep.
So anyway, go ahead.
Okay, so those are some of the things you see on Facebook, and that's what most agents do. I would recommend that you don't do that, that you find another system that's going to be more beneficial and be better for you in your clients, and something that you can sell to your clients, that so they know that you're taking care of them, that you're not posting on Facebook trying to find anyone and anybody in whatever city in Michigan to take them off your hands and you getting paid for it. So statistic I pulled up yesterday, of where Americans are moving. And, most found people are leaving places where they're at because of high cost living areas, and they're moving to warmer climates. When they move here, they're definitely finding a warmer climate. The chosen states we know, and I'll show you. This is what's called a migration map. This is from Redfin. So if you all went to Redfin and you want to see what's happening today with migration, of where people are moving to and where people are moving from, this will give you kind of an indication of where people are moving in from and out and so forth. There's different maps and so forth, but you can see here, there's people moving here from Los Angeles, California. The big areas are Los Angeles, California, Bay Area, Seattle, Chicago, New York, Washington, D.C., San Diego, Boston, Portland, Denver. These are the states where people are, as you can see, the blue are high inbound, where people are moving to. And I think you all know this. I don't think I'm telling you anything new. People are moving to Texas. They're moving to Arizona, Colorado, Florida, North and South Carolina, and I think that's Tennessee. So people are moving to the blue states. And where are they moving from? I think that's something for you to take notice of today, to look at this today, to plan on what you can do in 2024 to try to capture some of those people that are moving from the New England states, Illinois, Michigan, and California. There's some more statistics. I'll share these screens with you because it's pretty small.
Go back to that slide. I hate to interrupt.
Oh, you interrupt me, that's fine. This one?
California alone, and you know this, Jim, being in that region.
Yeah.
We've got very strategically located 3 or 4 really outstanding brokers. Now, in the Bay Area, in the Central Valley, down in the South, every one of those, particularly 3 or 4 brokers, need to know your name.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those people are leaving California. They can sell a house and come here to Dallas and buy 3 houses for fun.
Mm-hmm.
But as you talk about creating referrals, I mean, for us to give you the name and address of those offices, they're very sophisticated offices.
And one of the broker owners there, I think does he have 6 or 7 offices? Chris Clare is his name. Chris Clare needs to know your name.
Between the Central Valley of Sacramento, and we have a brand new office in Sacramento. Between Sacramento and Fresno, he has 7 offices.
Uh-huh. He's a power player.
And Margaret Vieira in San Francisco. And you would love these people. So.
And they're just exit people. We're just, for Bob and I, we're just talking about exit people.
Yeah, they're great exit.
Uh-huh.
So.
Yeah.
So for you to reach out and talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
And say, anybody coming to Texas?
Mm-hmm. See, so I think all of you, hopefully, if you don't have a CRM now, you will get one for 2024. And the names of people that you would work with, especially in this state, should be something that's in your CRM system. And it's somebody that you have to regularly stay in touch with. That's the key. You know, when Juana and when Kim go to convention, you know, they talk to people, we'll leave them a card. You're kind of unforgettable, Kim, and so is Juana, but it's easy to misplace the card. So when their client is moving to Dallas, they're gonna forget, gosh, I remember that gal but I don't remember her name. I think it's up to you to have a database of those people and that you send them items of value, just like you do to clients, because you're selling your item of value to each of these agents, that you're the right person for their buyer and or seller. It's really required upon you to work this like you work your business. More statistics here, and you can see where, you know, people are moving from and moving to. Miami's a very popular place, and Colorado Springs, and I can't see because I, you know, double vision, but I know we're on there somewhere. And so these are the areas where people are moving into. The average inbound rate's 53.3% to Dallas, Fort Worth, Arlington. We have a gold mine here that you're not taking advantage of. When I moved to Bend, part of the reason I moved to Bend was because people were moving there from everywhere, and people could live there and work remotely. I mean, this is before COVID, this is 2006, but it was a desirable area where people were moving. I wanted to be sure to capture those people because they were coming. I wanted them. And so I did my very best to make sure that those states that people were moving from, that they knew about me. Most of the people I reached out to, no exit offices, by the way, were in Seattle. People were moving to Bend, Oregon from Seattle in droves, and I imagine they still are. So you need to know the areas so you can work it. Okay, so here are, you see on the left, the top inbound states and the top outbound states. And, you know, Texas isn't even in the top 5, but you can see on that map, North and South Carolina, Tennessee, Arizona, Florida, and Texas probably next. As much as people are moving to Texas, these are still pretty powerful. And where are they leaving? They're leaving Illinois. They're getting the hell out of Illinois because of taxes and politics. California, same reason. New Jersey, same reason. Pennsylvania and Michigan. People are leaving those places, and you need to be aware of that. So the takeaways from the migration report from this moving company, and it's kind of funny, U-Haul does these reports. This one was, one of them that I showed you was from Redfin. One of the migration reports, one of the best one is from Forbes magazine. You can look at all those, and I would suggest you go to Forbes magazine and put in that you're searching for migration patterns and so forth. But I think it's the second dot there, that southern states remain the primary draw for people moving. And we can see, again, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, Arizona, Florida, and then probably Texas is next. So the summary of findings, I'll send you this so you can read it. Our people are moving here. That's pretty much all you need to know. So here's the actual numbers of and percentages of the gain or loss of population. So you can see Texas is number 2. So in 2022, the latest records that they have, you know, the positive was 230,961 people have moved to Texas from somewhere else. Florida leads the way. And you can also see on the right in some other places where people are leaving. You know, you can see the state Iowa is on there where people are moving out of, and you can see Oregon on there, most of them moving from Portland. It's a horrendous place to have to live right now. Once
California's on the bottom.
yeah, yeah.
It was
Look at that.
Interesting when Gavin Newsom was interviewed the other day, he was talking about how they were having net positive migration into California and Texas was losing jobs. It's just, how could you look at these statistics and make that statement?
Yeah. What's sad about those, any kind of political interview, is that you know, especially the one that he did. All you have to do is fact check things, and why they don't follow up that with a fact check of everything that whomever the politician is, whether it's conservative or
I think he was referring just to midgets. And
maybe.
not-
Yeah, that midget
Oh,
thing is,
that's nice.
yeah, that's going on in California. So I grabbed this picture because it's a picture you all need to take seriously. You need to reach out to people, you need to shake their hand, you need to talk to them. You need to be first on their list when they're thinking of Texas, that they think of you. If you look, my face is covering it, but if you look at the front page of our website, you can see where it says offices, where there's an arrow, you can kind of see the partial arrow there, offices. If you click on offices, you're going to be able to look at every single office that Exit has in every state. And so you can start by searching, where are the offices? What city are they in? And they'll all be listed. So you can start your work on discovering who the offices are in that part of the country that you want to focus on. Here's Exit offices. So we got a few of them, but you can see there's not a lot on the West Coast. You know, Exit has moved primarily from east to west since their inception 25 years ago, Bob, or 27 years ago. I can't ever remember.
They dropped the rock in the pond
Yeah,
in Florida.
yeah,
You can see.
yeah, you can see it.
The way that's come out from Florida.
Yeah, it was always explained to me that Steve Morris dropped the plumb line down from Toronto. And he had enough money to market that part of the country, because 1/3 of the population of the United States lives in that area. And then it's gone this way. And there's been
And the dollar versus the Canadian dollar was $1.50 to 1. And he said, I can't do business in Canada.
yeah, yeah.
I'm going to the US.
I'm going to the United States. Yeah, yeah. So if you need to know where are the Exit offices, there you go. And there's quite a few of them in North and South Carolina, in the Chicago area, Illinois. There's quite a few. The New England states, they're there, and you can see those in California, and there's more since this map was done. So if you want to watch,
By the way, we have a new office in Abilene.
okay,
Exit just sold the franchise in Abilene, Texas, which is 3-hour drive and a healthy little town.
yeah. And so this is Janice Petaway. If you've never seen Janice or watched any of her webinars and trainings that she does on the Exit corporate site, she will teach you everything you need to know about recruiting and scripting and so forth. Her suggestion from this particular webinar that she did, it's called Money from Afar, a 30-day activity. So if you want to search the Exit site, look for Money from Afar, and you'll be able to see what she has to say. And she has plenty to say, but these are her suggestions. Build an Exit family book of business database. Okay, talked about that. Build that book of business. Carefully examine offices, states, and towns where people are moving from. Make contact by phone. Offer to provide information on our market. So as an agent that would be referring people to Texas, to the Dallas area, how much smarter will that agent look to their client if they know about Dallas, if they know about our area? So they could say to their client, relocating to Dallas, you know, I work closely with a company in Grapevine, just a short distance from downtown Dallas. And let me tell you a little bit about what I've learned about Dallas and Texas. Attend Exit events and connect. And that's talking about convention. That's talking about the Southeast region, what they call the rally. And that's going to actually be a cruise this year. And it's going to be sometime in the spring. I can't give you the details because I promised secrecy.
Those are really fun. I'm lobbying to get a speaking job on that out. So you guys, you tell Stacy that you guys know a great speaker.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
we'll push
Okay,
it.
sir,
We'll
thank
push it. We'll push it. Okay. So
You gotta ask for business.
I think the key to all this is it's exit first, that you reach out to exit offices first. And I think it's just a smart thing to do. I think it's the right thing to do, because we got plenty of them. But when there isn't an office, don't fear reaching out to people. So a script that I just put down from memory was when I would call people, and I would say, good morning, my name is blank. I am a realtor, real estate consultant at blank in blank. I'm hoping to spend a few minutes with you today to see if you might be the right agent to handle a referral of a very important client moving to your area or selling a home, can be either, in whatever, in Dallas. Do you have a few minutes to spend with me today to see if you might be the right agent for my client? Now, I've had people, when I've done this, hang up on me. I've had agents say, who do you think you are? I've used the words interview. Do you have a few minutes so I can interview you to see if you're the right agents? I've had agents tell me, who do you think you are that you're going to interview me for a referral? I don't have time to waste on you. And you know what I just discovered? That's somebody I wouldn't want to refer my client to, right? You discover very quickly who you want to refer your people to just by the language and how they sound on the phone. You can discover that right away.
Also, another idea, use me as a contact. I know all these regional owners very intimately. And if you said, look, I'm looking for a referral in Sacramento, California. See if that regional owner knows about that and he's working with the franchise sales prospect. For him to start getting referrals from exit before he even buys his franchise.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, boy, they love that.
Yeah. So I'll give you one example. I was working with a client from Pueblo, Colorado. And so as I was working with him, he said, well, in order to buy this place in Bend, I need to sell my property that's in Pueblo, Colorado. And he says, it's actually my mother's property. She just recently died. And so I need to sell that because me and my partner are moving here. And so I said, well, can you give me the address? He gave me all the details of the property that he needed to sell. And so this is what I did. I basically went to a map. I looked at offices near that location. GPS will do it for you. And I found all the offices that were within a mile. Then I went 2 miles and 3 miles, whatever you have to do. The office is closest to that property. Not that it has to be that close to the property, but that's what I do. And so when I did, I looked at 3 companies. No exit offices, by the way, were in that area in Pueblo, Colorado, at least at that time. And so I looked at the offices. I opened up their website to see if it's the kind of company and the kind of image that I wanted to partner with for my referral, for my client, because they're going to look at the site. I wanted to make sure it was professional, that it looked good. And then I took the time to look at the agents in that company. And so I read their bio. And I did how many agents? I got to tell you, humans are strange people, and I'm even stranger. I would look at their picture, see, is this the kind of person who looks like they're a nice person? Are they old? Are they young? Who would work best with my person? And I would look at their bio and I would select the person that I would call. I knew I wanted to call three people to interview. And so I called the first 2. Went through my deal, told them who I was. Both of them were just not very nice people. And I knew that is not anybody that I wanted to work with my clients and to sell that property. The third one I called him only for one reason. This is totally ridiculous business sense, but I called him because he was Italian. And he had a very Italian name, first and last name. So I called him and I said, Tony, this is Jim Mazziotti. I'm in Bend, Oregon. And immediately he went into Kumba. How you doing? How can I help you? He went into the whole Italian thing, which sold me the first part of it. And I said, listen, this is what I'm looking for. I've got somebody who needs some help. They need somebody who is familiar with the area, who works with buyers, works with sellers, because this is a property to sell. And I wanted to find out, Tony, are you the right guy? Are you the right, am I looking at the right place? And he said, I think I am the right guy. He said, but I can give you a better idea. He said, I worked the whole area. How did you find me? And I told him, I said, well, I looked at a map and this is how I did it. I looked at your bio and it was interesting. I'm calling you because you're Italian, to be perfectly honest with you, and because I liked your bio. And he said, well, could you give me the address of the property? I promise I won't steal or pull this client out from under you. So always be careful. Don't give out the information of your client to anybody else. You don't have permission to do that at this point. And so I trusted him enough. Maybe it was stupid, but I trusted him enough. I would recommend you don't do that. I gave him the address of the property. And he said, Jim, you're not going to believe this, but I just sold the house next door to that property. I know exactly that neighborhood. It's actually the one that I farm. It's where I work every day. I can give you information on that property right now because I sold the next door neighbor's house. I would love to work with you. Do you think that I worked with him? I mean, so when I went to my client, I said, I found somebody who I think knows your property, knows your mom's property, and is in the best position to be able to sell it for the highest price and very quickly. And here was the objection. The guy that I was working with was gay. And he said, what's the guy's name? And I told him, he goes, I don't know. I have heard things about Tony. I don't know that he's a friend of our gay community. And I said, listen, I didn't ask him a gay straight question, but what I did ask him is, well, no, it just wasn't. There's no black, white, gay, straight. There's none of that. I said, what I wanted to get from him, ascertain from him is he the right person to sell your mom's property? And so that's why I'm suggesting. And he says, I trust you. Let's go with him. And it's sold in 2 days. Now, okay, so you need to interview the people. You need to find out from them if they're right. And you only know that if you have a conversation with them. So here's things that I ask and things that I do. I look for agents in a desired area by researching maps and online. I pick up the phone. I call a minimum of three. Did I say free? 3. Interview. I inquire if they're available to work. I ask if they know the neighborhood, ask if they're accepting new referral leads, ask if they will work the lead at, and I suggest the percentage that I'm offering. Okay. How many sales have you closed? Not that that means everything, but I ask how many sales have you closed? How busy are you? Do you fit my client? Blah, blah, blah. So here's the questions that I ask. Okay. I also ask for testimonials because I want to know, but no, if they have a good bio on their website, I'm already going to probably have testimonials. So this leads to, if you don't have a good bio about yourself that can be found by people, you need to work on that. Okay. So the other information I have today that I'll send to you, because we're not going to go through because it's very small, but here's what you have to look at. You have to look the problems that can happen with this. Go ahead.
I've got a piece of this.
Let me tell you something, Rick. If you decide to work this avenue, Bob is killer and knows everybody.
Who?
You.
If they need an agent, I've called Bob before, Bob, I need an agent here, and I don't like that either. He can tell you, okay, these are the 3 people, go talk to the broker, then call the broker, and then say, give me your best agent.
Mhm.
And sometimes the broker will say, that's me, or
Mhm.
whatever,
Yeah.
but use him as a resource. So, Bob, this is a referral from Rhett Meyer. Everybody met Rhett Meyer,
Mhm.
right? I
Mhm.
referred him to Ashley up there and we just closed it.
Wow.
In Oklahoma.
It works. Ask for your business. 90% of my stuff comes from.
Is that my
referrals.
binder sheet?
No, no, I'll take you to lunch next week.
You get lunch, Bob. Don't forget your coat, Bob.
I sent you the address.
Merry Christmas.
Don't forget your coat.
Merry Christmas to all of you. I've had a 12:30 appointment.
Thank you for being here.
Nice seeing you again.
Thanks for being here, Bob.
Always fun.
Yep.
Home away from home.
So one of the biggest problems with any of these are communication issues. So I laid out when I talked to them what I expect of them in staying in touch with me. And mine was every Friday, I want to talk to you about the client and what's going on with the listing that, I'm referring to them, or the buying. Time isn't important and so forth, and I'll send you this. And then your referral network. If you're putting together this as a part of your business, which I think you need to do as part of your business, you need to find partners. You need to make connections and build relationships. You need to establish guidelines. You need to establish guidelines. If you're expecting a call from them every week, there's got to be a call every week. If you want to know if it's going to be something where they're selling a home that somebody owns, that your client owns, you want to know how they're marketing it. You want to see the CMA that they did. You want to make sure that they're the right agent that you have referred your client to. You want to promote your referral network. You can do that on Facebook. You can do that any place, but you need to promote it, and you need to actually go out and find people to work with. And you need to follow up on those referrals. And in conclusion, building a referral network can be a powerful way to grow your business and bring in new clients. How many of your deals this year would you say are attached to a referral?
How many of you signed? 70 or 80?
80%?
I mean,
Okay.
serious.
Okay, so I don't know if you need any more than that. I don't know why you would.
Can I say something?
Uh-huh.
real quick? So there was a post in that, looking for a listing agent in Fort Worth, Texas. So I don't get on here. This is not my feed, right? So if you go look at the messages, Brittany was in there.
Mhm.
And Chaston was in there. But I've met Shawley, I've met Ashley, Ashley's the one on here. Jim did follow it up. Eric, convention and rally. Leah, convention. I mean, someone said, he's not here anymore, I can't compete in that group. You get blown up all the time. You know what? How many agents do we have in this office?
23.
And how many agents are in these offices?
Mhm.
There's enough business and enough agents that you're gonna click with to go around. I will tell you every secret I possibly have.
Yeah,
But, and I mean,
you just need to be smart. You need
This-
to promote
this
yourself.
has taken me 2 years plus to build. And now I have clients coming back and I have repeats. Now, someone's like, well, that didn't take long. I didn't want to share my referral fee. You wouldn't have the business if you didn't make the phone call. So on this one, I was late to the table. There was X amount, and Brittany had already been in there. So I friended her on Facebook, messaged her because I hate that. Don't friend me and not send me a message. Message her, and then we were in our meeting, we're about to, and I walked outside and I called Miss Pam and I said, hi, this is who I am. I'm with this. I was a little late coming to the post. A couple of people have tagged me in here. Please give me a call. She called me right back, says, I'm in a meeting. I appreciate your call. Thank you for picking up. And we talked after. I had a listing appointment 2 nights later. She can't, she could sell her house, but she doesn't want to lose money.
Mhm.
They're not gonna, they say they won't use anybody else, and she's already willing to sign a thing with me.
Just by picking up the phone and
But I
calling,
picked the phone up.
rather than just commenting.
I friended like this and that, and everybody says do all that. No, forget that, no more. I'm gonna go find her in our office. Picked up the phone and I said, and if you need referrals, call Leah, call Ashley, call Eric, but you have to meet them. And someone else said, I can't afford convention. I can't afford rally.
Mhm.
Well,
You
I
can't
couldn't
afford-
at the time I did it, but better believe that got repaid, and I will be at rally.
So, it's something you might do in the future is put together something. So when you do that, you could forward a pack from you that shows your expertise and your testimonials to her. I saw your post on Facebook, but I thought it was important to make sure you knew everything about me.
I told her to call Paul.
Yeah, well,
Like, call Paul.
Yeah.
I've even tried, call Bob McKinnon. Bob McKinnon's,
sure.
call Bob McKinnon. He's in our office.
Yeah, and I jumped on and commented on,
Well, I've even gotten one long time ago. We closed last December.
yeah,
But this is an amazing, the Zillow leads are great and things like that, and I love them. And I'm on my nice touch with somebody talking about pools and things behind them. But if you can hand somebody off to somebody else and be backed in a group just like that first, the exit plan is amazing. But this is a missed opportunity. And if you're in that group and you got the deal, I'm gonna blow you up. I'm not gonna try to take your business, I'm gonna blow you up.
So last week, both you and Tom mentioned the referral group and exit. Do you remember that? We were talking about something about getting and you mentioned there's a referral place.
That's what she's talking about.
So where's that at?
Yeah, so
Referral group.
did you know that there's 2 referral Facebook groups?
Mhm.
So they're both Facebook referral groups?
Yeah,
Okay,
For exit.
but
Gotcha.
go get
Okay.
it.
okay.
Go ask for it. I mean,
Okay.
Oshi's in there,
I'm in
she's
both.
trying her heart out.
Somebody called me last week.
And
Mhm.
I've even
2
got,
weeks ago.
she's even in the agent tour group. People
Yeah.
don't know that. And that was from networking.
Mhm.
She's in there too.
Mhm.
But, and I don't know how many people knew about it. Tom and I had a referral deal. It didn't get to the table. But Tom and I mean, even in-house can happen.
Mhm.
Cause I didn't have the business till you asked me for it. And I didn't get the business till I asked for it. So anyway.
So and there are places where you can actually get referrals. I know nothing about this company, but I put it up there, so.
I didn't mean to take your thing away. I just wanted to reiterate, this
No,
is
I'm-
amazing.
So make it part of your business. It costs nothing. It's free. It costs nothing, just like calling physicals is free, just like calling renters to buyers, just like there's so much that we can do that won't cost you an arm and a leg because we're all concerned about the money that we have to spend.
I have something.
Yeah.
I went to Metro Tex the other day for the advanced matrix training. And I'm not sure if any of you all did, it was a form of farming that they shared with us with the foreclosures of what just clicking the button on a property tab. It shows you all the foreclosure ones without an MLS attached to it. Cause you know, if an MLS attached to it, it belongs to an agent. So it gives everywhere in North Texas that home is up for foreclosure. And then give you 3 tags or category they're in. And she was like, I'm not sure if a lot of agents out there know that, but this is a way to save that person or at least put money in their pocket before the banks get it.
Mhm.
Well, it's something I think we could share tidbits like that.
Mhm.
I mean,
I have a lot of them because
I
I've
mean,
been going to training
but-
like every week.
I've done
All
all
around
this,
the
I've done
metroplex.
all the things, Tom's done them all. So,
Foreclosure?
yeah, no, I'm just
Oh.
saying,
Okay,
I know what you're talking about, cause then I'm like, oh yeah, light bulb,
yeah,
you know, and then the other thing, somebody was like, well, click on the clock, oh yeah, I forgot about that, you
Mhm.
know.
the history,
So there's so many tools that we don't, cause we just didn't use it at that time.
yeah. And so that's kind of like where I'm at. Man, I just know that what makes you powerful is the knowledge, to be able to talk the talk and walk the walk. And I have a gift of gab, but I just want to be able to
No, you
have.
don't have to give.
No,
Well,
I
but it
want
was,
to put data behind it, because I don't have the experience yet, but I could just flow.
and the
with
key
it.
is putting it in motion.
Oh.
That's it.
the other day, alright, so, you know, like our Zillow leads and stuff are coming in, so Oshi's handed me a couple, right? And some of them will not call me back, some of them I've met with, some of them had to move in with mom and dad and things like that. The other day, I have to applaud you because when you turned over the name that we can't pronounce.
Bah.
But Oshi gets them, and then, okay, can you take it? Yeah, I can take it. Can you go do it? Yeah, I can do it. And I, you know, sometimes we do or don't have time to quickly go listen to the